Hi everyone. I want to thank you so much for participating in this project with the Department of Human Services. I think you're going to find that it's going to be an interesting experience and one that will help to bridge maybe some of the things that we talk about in our communication classes with more of a real world application. So the point of this video is just to take you through some of the background of this project, kind of what the structure is going to be like and what your responsibilities will be in this process. So this began as an effort for DHS to make changes to their employee performance evaluation process. So they are now rating employees on a scale of 1 to 5, with a 1 being the lowest rating that you could receive and a 5 being exceptional. And a 3 just means you're doing your job. So most of the employees will receive a 3. They come to work every day. They come to work on time. They do what they're supposed to do. They don't get in trouble. They just do a solid job. There's a group of employees that many supervisors feel should be a 4 or a 5. And so this process is a way to rate someone a 4 or 5 and provide justification for that score. Now, there's a perception of favoritism among the staff, and I've actually been working with DHS for about a year now on a project about employee retention. And one thing I have found just in working with the division I've been with is that the perception among employees is that supervisors have favorites. So in order to alleviate this issue and to provide some balance to this process, they asked a third party, being us, our department, to come in and be present during the evaluation process of the 4 or 5 applications that they're receiving. So that's what we're going to be doing. A rating of 4 or 5 means that you're an exceptional employee, and supervisors have to submit justification for anyone receiving a 4 or 5 because this rating results in an increase in pay. So this is the criteria that they're being measured on: initiative and internal drive, mentoring, efficiency and improving operations, and professional relationships. And I have included a handout or document in the email that I sent you all that will give meaning to these things so that you can have an idea as to what exactly you'll be reviewing or helping to review next week. So your role is to be a third party to the discussions of the 4 and 5 applications. Basically, you are there to ensure that adequate attention is given to each application, to offer suggestions or ask questions if the conversation is moving forward or is contradictory in nature. So you're basically there as a conversation moderator to a degree. So there will be 2 directors that you will be paired with, and they will each have a stack of applications that have been divided into level 4 and level 5. They will then be going through each of those applications to discuss if they are legitimately a 4 or 5 level employee. You will listen to those conversations, and you will point out situations where maybe they don't spend the same amount of time talking about one employee that they did another. Maybe they're changing their criteria slightly when they're talking about, the various employees. Maybe they're not asking the right questions. So you are there just as a third party to this discussion, and you should feel free to ask questions and also offer suggestions to the process as it is proceeding. What is not your role is to know or understand the job roles being discussed. We can't possibly know that. There's hundreds of them. So you're not expected to know the details of the jobs that are coming through this process. And you're also not responsible for making a final decision regarding who receives a 4 or a 5. That is up to the directors that you will be meeting with. So again, you're an observer, you're a moderator. You are there just to make sure that the conversation is being handled fairly and efficiently, because we can't spend a whole lot of time on each of these. So you can kind of help move the conversation along as well. The names of the employees on the applications will be taken off, so you will not know exactly who they're talking about. All that you will see is the position the person holds and the feedback that was given to them by their supervisor. So in the email that I have accompanying this video are the schedule, the times that you all need to be available to meet, and also the details of the criteria that are being reviewed. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. I hope that this helps provide you with a little bit of background and gives you some insight into what we'll be doing next week. Thank you so much. Goodbye.